Stocks definitely off their lows this morning. All four indices were down in the range of about 0.75% to 0.5%. But as I speak to you right now, only the Russell stands under pressure. Stocks are off their lows with the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ flirting with positive territory, just below unchanged, just above unchanged. That's been happening over the last 10-15 minutes or so. So we'll call it unchanged for right now. And the Russell down about 0.6%. We had yields actually lower this morning by about 2 to 3 basis points across the curve. And then after we got some PMI figures, yields actually turned positive versus yesterday's close. For example, the 10-year was at 282 on the close yesterday, went to 280 this morning, and then sat at about 286 after those global PMI numbers. Most of the PMI numbers were lower than last month's figure, but they beat expectations, so they come in as a positive overall to the market. The ISM, same thing. The US ISM numbers, the PMIs from the Institute of Supply Management, were better than expected, but worse than last month, and they sit at the lowest level since May 2020. This was the services ISM, but it's still in that 55 range, so still a fairly good number. The dollar strength is continuing. The euro hit its lowest levels since December of 2020, but the pound is really under pressure, down 5 of the last 6 sessions, hitting its lowest level since 2020. And we're under pressure in part because Boris Johnson may not survive as prime minister for the next day or so. There's conversations going on to put a no confidence vote forward. He's supposed to be protected by the last no confidence vote, but there's talk of changing the rules just to have one on Boris Johnson. If that were to happen, he wouldn't likely survive it. So keep an eye on that situation. Now, as we look ahead today in the afternoon, we have the FOMC minutes happening. Tomorrow morning early, we get Japan's coincident index, US ADP employment figures tomorrow morning, along with the weekly jobless claims number. New York Fed President John Williams speaking as well.